Yes, hello. Welcome to the Gamblin' Finn Larger Than Live Extra Edition. At least that's the name, at least for now, unless you can help us come up with a better one, which shouldn't be that hard. It's our chance to just take a one-off topic, run for a couple of minutes, and then you feel free to add in your comments if you like. And this is one I think that people are going to comment on.
All right.
My friend, and this comes from my recent travels. And I will ask you this.
Okay.
What is the one city that everybody seems to love that you could care less if you're ever in ever again? I've got one.
The one city that everybody seems to love.
Everyone loves it. And if you never went there again, it would be too soon.
I don't know one that everyone really loves. I mean, people like Vegas. I want to go there.
Okay.
There's probably parts of Florida that I have no desire to go to at all. Any really large city. Oh, I got one. But I kind of Chicago.
Oh, Chicago! Bing, bing, bing.
There
bing,
you go.
Bing, bing,
All
bing.
right.
There is no upside to going to Chicago.
Oh, I love
at
Chicago.
all. Ugh.
I love Chicago.
I like it
in the summer. No,
Nope.
I suppose I shouldn't tell you that Tom Brenneman once got me weekend tickets to a Cubs-Phillies series many years ago.
I think if I could parachute into a Cubs game and be airlifted out.
Have you ever been?
No.
Okay, we're going to go then. We're going to go then. Yeah, well, we ain't parachuting anywhere.
We
be
can
real
tandem.
about that. Now, wait a minute. But
burrow
tell me,
into center field.
No, wait, are
and
you
leave
going
a
to tell me
crater.
just because of the layover?
Because all of it.
Okay.
I got in there and I
Give it to
realized
me.
I'd laid over in. Well, first off, that's where American Airlines is
Right.
calls home.
Don't you like deep dish pizza?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
But I can get a good deep dish. Fidge.
What up, Fidge?
I can get a deep dish pizza
at
anywhere. I don't
Fidge.
need to go to Crime Central, the murder capital of the Midwest. And honestly, the upper and lower whacker, then trying to get around that city in a car.
Well,
with
I'll
any
give you
kind of-
that.
Any of that nonsense, the breeze off the lake. I was walking one time in the wintertime up
it's
there.
brutal
There's
in the
chains hanging off the sides of the
Yeah, it's
buildings
brutal.
because you have to
Yeah.
grab onto them so you don't
Right.
get blown out into the intersection.
You don't find
Why
that,
wouldn't
like-
you want to live there?
You don't find that kind of like just adventurous?
Endearing? No, I don't. And you
Okay.
know what? The Miracle Mile, I don't have enough money to even look
Well,
at
me
it.
neither. I'd stay away from that. But I will tell you this. Not now, but for a future episode, I will tell you I had a little trouble in my pants one year up there in Chicago that I'll tell you about.
That's fantastic.
That might be
I can never
related
get
to
enough of
deep
those
dish
stories.
pizza. Well, it might be.
Yeah, deep dish pantsa. Did you?
Well, let's just say I wore two things in my pants, and one was missing on the way back.
So let
I'll
me
just
ask
leave
you.
it at that. Yes.
Well, let me ask you this then. Why did you say Chicago?
I just kind of I was thinking about where you might be going with that, and a
Oh,
lot
okay.
of people.
Or
But
where I
I
might
would
have
tell
been.
you now. I would tell you there are things about Chicago I don't like, but I think for a weekend in the summer to go up and watch the Cubs, there's enough cool stuff to do.
I
That's
don't.
just
I
me.
don't find navigating it, and it's so
Okay.
spread out that you can.
I'll give you
it's
that.
a little bit like Atlanta. I didn't ever feel like there was anything there worth doing that was worth the time it took to get there to do it.
It's funny. I should have said Atlanta because I think traversing in and around Atlanta is the biggest pain anywhere.
Yeah. Well, that would be a close
Okay.
second, if not a tie. But the Atlanta's at least a little warmer, I would say. But yeah, the traffic down there is not worth
Right,
it.
it's a pain.
But I would tell you this: having been to Chicago and the people at American Airlines and the women that were at the desk when I flew back through there couldn't have been less helpful or less personable.
Oh,
and there's just something about it that everyone's like, oh, Chicago, 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 and I don't get it.
Well,
I've
mind
been there
you-
a number of times, and I just don't get it.
I don't want to go in the winter. I mean, that's not. I mean, again, I've kept it.
Well, so you want to go August 8th to August 11th?
Perhaps.
Because that's the only time it's not winter.
and I will tell you this: the one Cubs series was a Friday through Sunday, and I'll never forget this. The one day enjoying just sunshine, gorgeous. The next day freezing our ass off because of that quick turnover, the wind coming off the lake. It was brutal.
Well, I would tell you the number of times that I've been up there, every single time I've had some sort of transportation or directional issue where it was just so annoying to get where I was going. Try to find a parking place for under
Well, I was
$50.
just going to say, let me tell you, one thing about going to a Cubs game, you better either stay close or know somebody or walk.
Yeah.
Because you're not, I mean, there literally isn't parking, really.
And I have friends that live up there, but they live on the outskirts or whatever, and that's not living in Chicago.
No, I'll
to
give
me.
you that. You're
so
correct.
I would say that's when all I hear about is Chicago. But I mean, to me, if I never went there ever again, it would be too soon. And feel free to fight me in the
Yes.
comments. I don't care.
Well, and give us a couple, if we're missing one that maybe is on your list, let us know.
I'll tell you another one too. I just thought of this one, San Francisco.
See, I've never been. I've never been. I've been no farther west than Vegas.
Yeah, well, I would tell you the Golden Gate Bridge is cool to look at, but get a postcard.
Okay.
We got rear-ended
I've seen it
in a cab
in a postcard.
going across the bridge, and it was just everything around there. Nothing is worth putting up with that's going on there on the sidewalks and elsewhere.
Yeah, that's okay.
The problem you had with your pants in Chicago
Yes.
is a problem everyone has in their with their pants on the sidewalks of San Francisco. Anybody's
Really?
travel board want to hire me? Anyway,
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm thinking for you, the hospitality, the tourism industry would be awesome for
yeah,
you.
I should work at the
You can,
CVG.
actually, you should be a gate agent. That would be, I would, in fact, I might make a call to CVG today to see
Yeah.
if there's any openings.
See if
You'd
I
be
can get a gig.
outstanding.
Yeah, I'd be the guy standing there making sure you had your mask on in seating section 1.
Right, you'd be outstanding.
All right, so
Double mask.
That pretty much wraps
Yep.
up the extra session. What else? Is there another name you think we should call this?
Well,
feel free to fire away.
I can also tell you in the future episode where I describe what happened with my pants in Chicago, the word extra actually came from a caller to a radio show.
All right,
I can
very good.
explain that later too.
Well, maybe
That's
we'll
it, right?
maybe that's a whole other segment here. I tell you what, we're so good
What's
at
up,
this.
Fidge?
All right, so Fidge has now walked in front of the camera. As you probably couldn't even see us.
She couldn't see that
She's
one.
cotton candy with a face. Anyway, all right, so that wraps up this little extra session. More of these to come. And don't forget, our podcast is actually an audio version of a lot of this
Right.
nonsense, and it's available in the iTunes store. It's available wherever you get your favorite podcasts, unless it's not. So go find that. We use the Podbean, which is a very popular
Yep,
service.
correct.
And so you can find us all over the place, not the least of which 700 WLW for the reality check Thursday nights, 9 to midnight. This week, 9:30 after the Reds game. Glad to be
After
able-
you see.
after you see.
You're just a week early on Reds. That's okay.
Sorry.
You're just getting mixed up. We're
Well, I'm
getting into
very
March.
excited to say after the Reds game.
Right, I
Something we
know.
haven't
I
gotten to
can't
say
wait.
for a long time.
Yes.
So, all right, we're going to wrap it up. He's Gamble. I'm Finn.
And we are out.